Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and much respect to the Akim of their labor in his work. Peace and salutation to the hopefully elect that are scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth, at the USA. Shalom. Just want to go into a quick lesson just through the spirit as I was meditating on the fact that we're gonna go through some hard times very soon, as we always speak about the time of Jacob's trouble, which will be basically a purging of the 2/3, who was slated to be destroyed on this side and not to make it in the kingdom of heaven on the first go around. And so I was thinking about the fact that a lot of our family members and people in which we cared about that's still in the world, a lot of them are not going to make it. And that's something that we as believers have to understand. A lot of our family members, fathers, mothers, grannies, grandpa, brothers, sisters, friends, cousins, a lot of them are not going to make it. And you got to be fine with that, You have to be okay with that. Because for one thing, we have been given the comforter of the scriptures to understand the future and to understand the goodness of Yahweh by Shemal Shai, which is the fact that you're going to get them back. Your family that you lose on the side, you're going to get them back in their right mind at that. And that's the beautiful thing about, reincarnation, because you don't just die, and that's it. Or you don't just die and go to hell like IUIC teaches, right? But rather, you come back every 3 to 4 generations, back in your lot. And this is the last go around for death in general. So when they come back in their right mind, they're coming back through the loins of one of the elect men, who were with Yahweh Shai from the beginning, or just a 1/3 who made it. The innumerable multitude, but your personal family members, it's a good chance that they're going to be brought back through you, or they're going to be close to you again. And that's something that you got to trust, man. It's lucky for rambling, but I'm just, speaking in the spirit, because I know a lot of people, they care dearly about their family members and stuff like that. But this is something that you got to accept. All right, because everything was preordained and predestinated from the beginning, and the elect who are with Yahweh Shai from the beginning are going to be the first ones to receive salvation, and after that, the innumerable multitude. So St. John 15, and what's that, verse 26? It says, "But when the Comforter is come, who I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive," right? "Which proceedeth from the Father, he shall testify of me." All right. It says, "And ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning." You see, so this is all about the firstborn, those who are with Yahweh Shai in the beginning, man. And that's why the Lord said that he was going to choose us. Slakia. He was going to take us, two of a family. Jeremiah 3:14. He says, "Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, Yahweh, by Shemal Shai, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion." And so as we can see, the Lord did not call our whole family, all right? And that's okay, because this is just the Lord setting things back in order from the beginning. And you, who were called in this truth, well, it's a good chance that you were with Yahweh Shai. All right? You were part of the firstborn, in which you were bearing witness unto this truth. You see? It just wasn't given to everyone. So you can't be offended because someone didn't get it. It's just everything is running its course in order, man. Like when you read, what is that, 1 Corinthians 15th chapter. Yep. So verse 23, but every man in his own order. See, every man in his own order. Hamashiach, the first fruits. Afterward, they that are Hamashiachs at his coming. See that? So when you think about it, those who can't receive this truth, well, they weren't with you how it's shot in the beginning, man. It's just that simple, because this is all about predestination. Predestination. Let's get this word is it predestinated? Let me see. So Ephesians 1. Yep, this is it right here. So verse 3, it says, blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, who have blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Hamashiach. And what are those blessings, man? It's truth. Understanding this truth, which brought us out of that congregation of the dead, right? In which the world cannot receive the spirit of truth. So this elevates us. This elevates us to a heavenly estate, to where now our mindset is based upon the kingdom of heaven and things to come, rather than what's on earth. And by default, that makes it easier for us to deal with losses in this temporary life that is but a vapor, man, including family. Okay? The Lord comforts us in all things. So it says, according as he have chosen us in him before the foundation of the world. See that? That we should be holy and without blame before him in love. Why do you think you've been given the discernment to understand his truth and to do according to the Lord's will, man? It's because the Lord wanted to save you, because he chose you from the beginning. If we continue, right? Verse 5, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua HaMashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. And you got to take joy within that. We have to take joy within that. The fact that we were called, it's a good chance that we were with Yahushua from the beginning, and that, Lord willing, we be preserved to make it all the way up until the end. But this is a beautiful calling, to be called out of this darkness, this confusion, unto the Lord's marvelous light, man, is truth. You see, it says, to the praise of the glory wherein he had made us accepted in the beloved. See, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace, which is talking about this knowledge, man. All right, so this truth is everything right now. So just pertaining to you and your salvation, well, the kingdom of heaven was for you who had his truth. So in return, you can't be worried about, your family not making it. Of course, we're going to worry, we're in the flesh, but these things can't alter your faith, because you got to have the comfort of the scripture kick in to know that, hey, they're going to be back, man. 2 to 7. Let's see real quick. It might be the second chapter. Just bear with me. All right, so 2 Corinthians 8. Yep. Beautiful. 2 Corinthians 8 and 51. It says, but understand thou for thyself. See, this truth is all about you trying to obtain salvation. You can't be worried about everybody else. You got to try to, get your seat on the ship. All right. So understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee, because this is the the assembly of the firstborn, man. Let's see if we can find that real quick and we go right back. I think Hebrews the 12th chapter. Yeah, so Hebrews 12 and 23. We'll read this in the KJV and the NLT, and it says, to the general assembly and church of the firstborn, see, the church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to power Yahweh, the judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect. Let's read this in the NLT. It says, you have come to the assembly of the Most High, Yahweh Shemashah's firstborn children, whose names are written in heaven. You have come to the Most High himself, who is a judge over all things. You have come to the spirits of the righteous ones in heaven, who have now been made perfect through Yahweh Shai. So we've been exalted to this heavenly state. And that's the thing, before the physical exaltation, it was being lifted up, Lord willing, into those chairs, where we had to be lifted up in our minds first. We had to be elevated from this earthly estate. You see, we had to ascend in the mind, man. And so as we go back to 2 Ezra 8 in verse 51, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee, for the elect, because this is all, the body of Yahweh Shai. What the scripture says that we have the mind of Yahweh Shai. We think upon the same things. We're not looking for America to continue. No, we're not looking to make our resting place here in the society. We all want this place to be destroyed to pave way for the kingdom of heaven, man. That would equate into what? Immortality, everlasting life, everlasting peace, tranquility. Pain would be no more. You see, these are the things in which we're seeking for, which are heavenly and not earthly. All right. So you should be seeking for the same glory as those who believe in the same thing in which you believe, man, because those are the ones that are your true family, within the spirit, not the flesh, but the spirit. It says, for unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteous is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed. See? Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. This is the kingdom of heaven, man. Prepared for you. It says, the root of evil is sealed up from you, weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are passed away, and in the end is shewed the treasure of immortality, man. You see? And that starts with this truth. These riches. Okay? Which leads unto immortality. So it says, and therefore ask no more questions concerning the multitude of them which perish, man. Hey, everybody got their lot to play, man. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish, man. But seek out the glory for those who be like unto you, man, because we're concerned about the elect. Now, the family, your carnal family, who are currently outside his counsel, they will be brought back. That's the mercy of the Lord. Let's get that in Romans, the 11th chapter. And let's see here. Yeah, we'll start at verse 26. So it says here, and so all Israel shall be saved. This is all the seed of Israel. Eventually they will be saved. All right. As is written, that shall come out of Zion, the deliverer, Yahweh Shai, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. It's through Yahweh Shai that the whole nation is going to benefit, from his sacrifice eventually. First the elect. For this is my covenant unto them when I shall take away their sins. You see that? You see the value of Yahweh Shai? As concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sake. See? Right now, your family are enemies of this truth. But as touching the election, they are beloved for the Father's sake. So all in all, the Lord still loves you know, those who don't agree with this truth right now, because they are the seed of Israel, which means that, hey, the Lord gonna extend mercy to them as well. But right now, all right, they're enemies. But eventually they will become family again, man. You know, because they are of the seed of Israel. So right now it says again, but as touching the election, it's like it as concerning the gospel, the good news, right, of Yahushua, they are enemies for your sakes. But as touching the election, because they're Israelites, they are beloved for the Father's sakes. And he says, for the gifts and the calling of the Most High are without repentance. For as ye in times past have not believed the Most High, right? Those who believe now, yet have now obtained mercy through their unbelief. Okay? Even so have these also now not believed, that through your mercy, by you making it right on the first go around, they also may obtain mercy. You see that? For the Most High having concluded them all in unbelief. We all fell under the banner of unbelief at some point, that he might have mercy upon all. But everything is done decently and in order, man. So the elect, the first fruits, is going to be first, and then the 2/3 are going to come back in the kingdom of heaven. All right? So if you're able to do the Lord's will right now, then you'll get them back, plus more. Matthew 19 and verse 27. It says, then answered Peter and said unto him, hey, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, all right, the reincarnation, when the Son of Man shall sit in a throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And here's the point, and everyone that hath forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake, because that's the thing that holds Jake back the most, family. So Lord is listening to all that he's saying, like, if you do my will, then everything that you forsook on this side to do that, well, here it is in return. You're going to get all that back, all right? Again, and everyone that hath forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive an hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life. Job got his his family back, man. All right, at least his daughters. I think his children, I believe. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Because Job lost everything, but he got it all back. Job 42. Yeah, in verse 12. So it says, and so the Lord Yahweh by Shemashah blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning, you see. For he had 14,000 sheep and 6,000 camels and 1,000 yoke of oxen and 1,000 she-asses. He also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. See that? So Job got his stuff back and more. He was blessed more in his beginning. So how much more us in the kingdom of heaven, man? But it's something that you got to believe on. Like Abram, when he was getting ready to sacrifice his son Isaac. All right. I think the Lord said, nah, I know you believe. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, so Genesis 22 and verse 10, and Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. Okay, only begotten son. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. And he said, lay not thine hand upon the lad, and neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest the Most High. You see, because he was being tested, and we fall in that same lot. What are you willing to give up to show your faith about the things in which I promise you, What are you willing to sacrifice? Abraham was finna kill his own son, man. His only son. And that proved that he believed the Most High, man. It says, "For now I know that thou fearest the Most High, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, from me." You see that? So we're constantly being put into different tests, in which we're put into situations where we might have to let things go, and that shows our faith. Especially we believe that we'll get those things back, because Abraham believed that he would get Isaac back, man. It says it right here in Hebrews 11. Just bear with me. Now, where is it at? Yeah. So here it is right here. Yeah, verse 17. Hebrews 11:17. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So he thought back up on what was said pertaining to his son. Again, let's read it again. Of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So the Lord told him that, through his son Isaac, that his seed would be blessed. Then he thought that he could raise him up from the dead. 19. I counted that the Most High was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure, man. You see this? So that's heavy right there. So he believed that he would get him back. So the same thing with us. If you sacrifice your family right now, then hey, the Lord gonna give it back to you, man. And even more. And we know that Isaac was Yahushua, who was literally sacrificed and came back to life, man. So it's heavy. So this thing is all about faith, and we have to let go of certain things through faith, so that we can receive the blessing of our forefather Abraham, man, on the first go around, and then we'll get everything else back that we desire, family and everything else, much more. So with that, Lord willing, you're edifying. Till next time I say, Shalom.